Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is, but if you're drinking Dr. Pepper, it's bound to be good. Welcome to another episode of the PepperPackPod. I am the Dr. Pepper teacher, Zach Bowman, and with me tonight is the Dr. Pepper financier. Not that he finances Dr. Pepper, but he's just good with finances. Mr. Michael Michelli. Now, say that right? I always
Yes, Michele. It's a Michele.
Michelli. It's a me, Michelli.
Say that all the time.
All right. No, Michael, we've had you on the show before. It's always great to chat with you. But we have to do this right. I'm thirsty. I'm sure you're thirsty.
Oh, I just got off a meeting, 2 hours talking. I am parched.
All right. And so, nothing quenches your thirst quite like Dr. Pepper. But the only thing better than Dr. Pepper is Dr. Pepper Vanilla Float.
Yes.
So I didn't have any of my fresh Dr. Pepper Vanilla Float cold. So I'm going to drink one of my muted flavors because as it's set over a year now, the flavors are muted, but it's still worthy of being enjoyed. All right, ready?
Yep.
1,
2, 23. This can has been actually staring, I've been walking past this can for like 2 weeks, thinking I need to drink this, but I need a good reason.
Yeah.
So thank you for giving me a great reason.
I'm always thankful to give a reason to drink Dr. Pepper. In fact, that actually reminds me of something that I've been wanting to turn into a shirt.
Okay, I'm listening.
So I am the Dr. Pepper teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how can I make a Dr. Pepper slogan? Because I created the slogan for the end of the show, the Until We Drink Again, just by saying things over and over again. I say it all the time. We do the 1, 2, 23, just fun little things that we do unique to this show. And I just was like, you know what? I need a sweet little saying. So, what do we usually do when we go home?
Grade a lot.
Grade papers. So, I'm here to grade papers and drink Dr. Pepper. And all my peppers are graded. Or all my papers are graded.
I was about to say peppers too.
You got a 23 out of 23.
Oh gosh, I love that. I love that.
Now,
parents out there, that would be a fantastic shirt.
I know. I was talking to our buddy Connor, and he does a lot of graphic design. He designed the logo, and I've used ChatGPT to create some different logos for the podcast when he was unavailable. Yeah. And he was totally fine with it, but he's like, I don't want us to sell merchandise with ChatGPT created images because it kind of like counterproductive of his business. And I was like, I totally get it. So I made these, sent them to him as like, can you Connorize these for me and make them? So I got this one, and then I also have let's see, I have this one. And both of these are school pictures that I've actually taken. Now, I was actually wearing my Dr. Pepper tie in this one, so that was pretty cool. But I don't know which one I like better. I really like both of them.
I dig this one. It's kind of got that Sigma male, just like chin right there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
But this one, I mean, it does too. It's just more of a. I was going for the
Superman. Oh yeah.
The Clark Kent opening up my shirt and having the Superman logo underneath it.
Oh no, but they're both excellent.
Yeah. But no, I like this. But I do have all my papers graded. So, parents, if you have watching, which thankfully Wednesdays are plan day where our kids are in specials most of the day. So I was able to knock out a bunch of stuff, and my kids had a test on Monday. I have 3 blocks. And 1 block had a test on Monday, and the other 2 blocks had a test on Tuesday or something. It's been a week.
Oh, buddy, brother, it's been a month. I can't believe we're already in March. It felt like 3 weeks ago I was celebrating the new year.
Yep. So as a teacher, I feel that because it's like, oh, geez, I coach soccer. Soccer season just started for my girls' team, so I had that on top of everything I'm doing. But yeah. So Tonight is our Pondering Pepper, our daily question, where we just chat about all things life and Dr. Pepper. So tonight's Pondering Pepper question will be rolling across the bottom here in a second. So for not February, you threw me off again. For March 4th of 2026, this is the 63rd question of the year, so it's the 63rd day. Is if you had the chance to go back in time and change one thing, would you do it? And I'm going to say yes, but it's not going to be something people think.
Okay.
Um, first. Let's relate this to Dr. Pepper. We could
Yeah.
change Dr. Pepper thing, what we change. My
First, that this become a regular flavor.
my serious thing that I would change that I think would make a lot of people happy is I would return Dublin Dr. Pepper their distribution rights and make that right and go back to when that contract was made that they had distribution rights nationwide.
Yeah.
That way it never became an issue where the red soda would strip that from them.
Yeah, that definitely has done a hindrance to their marketing.
Well, they can't sell it at all anymore. They had it pulled. There's a there's a video on Amazon. I highly recommend it to anybody that has Amazon Prime. Just search up Dr. Pepper or Dublin Dr. Pepper. It's a whole documentary. I can't say that word. Of how they had that right. I actually have my book. Where's my book? Where did I put my book? Did I take it back to school? Oh, I'll find it here in a minute, or I'll go get it. There it is. Let me go grab it.
Okay. Basically, bottled up the battle over Dublin Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's a great documentary, and it broke my heart as a Dr. Pepper fan. It's made my passion to be if I could do anything, like I would love to reunite Dublin with Dr. Pepper brand. But I know those people are so hurt and so jaded by how they were just abandoned by the Red Sox when they pulled that, that it would be very difficult. But this is The Road to Dr. Pepper, Texas, the story of Dublin Dr. Pepper, this book that I have. It talks about it. But it says, like, when the contract was first written, and shout out to one of my old coworkers, fellow teachers, Kevin Thames. He was from Texas. He gave me this book. I have a lot of items in my collection that are from him. But it talks about when they hand wrote the contract for this. I don't know what page it's on, but they were allowed to sell Dr. Pepper within, like, I want to say like 65 or 47 miles radius around the city, because that's how far a horse wagon can go in like a day or 2 days or something like that. And so people were taking it and selling it farther than that sphere. And red soda people were not happy about that because Dublin would always put Dublin Dr. Pepper on their bottles and cans. And they're like, hey, you need to stop that. You're only allowed to sell it in this region. And they're like, we can't stop bootleggers from carrying it out. And so when they refused to take Dublin off their name, off their bottles, they got shut down. And they used to, on Dr. Pepper Day, they used to turn their whole town. They'd change the town to Dr. Pepper, Texas. And they would do like big old Dr. Pepper events and everything. And it's all in the documentary. It's awesome.
Please keep going. But I'm starting to remember this. And it just made me realize how long ago COVID was a thing, because that's when we started doing this podcast.
Yeah, we started doing this. I started this during COVID.
On there. And I remember having my mom over when you had told me about the podcast then, or told me about this story then, and watched it with her, and that was tragic. It's like they lost their entire culture.
Yeah. And the thing that kills me is Bill Closter ran the Dublin plant, and he was the owner of the Dublin Dr. Pepper Museum. There's an episode of Antique Archaeologists, like the American Pickers. They got to go through his personal collection after he passed and pick items from it. And it's like, I would just love to just go walk through that collection. I couldn't afford anything, but I would just love to walk through and get pictures. And if they would allow me to buy anything at a discounted teacher rate, I'd be so honored to have that in my collection. But yeah, that'd be the one thing. If I can go back in time and change, I would love to change that for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and trying to think of that and what kind of changes could, if one was able to go back in time and with the knowledge we have today and of other brands out there and how those companies market themselves is, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Fat Electrician on YouTube.
I have not.
He's a veteran.
Give me the skinny on it.
Yeah, so he's a veteran. He does a lot of videos about where he like deep dives into companies and brands and stuff and finds out like the history of them. What are they doing, and is it shady or anything?
Yeah.
He's gone into like Little Caesars, how Little Caesars
pizza.
Yeah, how that started from two guys in the US Army, I believe, that came out of, they worked at the Oak Ridge facility during the Manhattan Project, and they actually transported some of the materials for the atomic bomb testings, and then they ended up creating
That's how they cook the pizza fast and ready in 5 minutes.
In just 5 minutes or less, yeah. And
radiation.
Yeah, probably. And how much grease is in that thing? Probably. But he'll explore like different brands and stuff. And recently he was posting one about Red Bull. And
Hold on one second. I gotta go one more thing with Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, please.
That gives a crazy bread a whole new meaning.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to bring that up to my wife next time. My wife loves their crazy bread.
Oh, I do too. It's so good.
Myself, I'm always I'm Italian. Bread, cheese, pizza. It's all.
I love carbs.
It's carbs. It's a way of life. Sometimes why I'll never be a skinny man.
It's all right. Sacrifices we make.
That's right. Exactly, the sacrifices we make. But he explores like various brands and companies. Like he did one on Hobby Lobby and some of the weird stuff that has happened in their company's history. But he was doing one recently on a Red Bull and how they were extremely anti-communist during like the space. The space race.
Yeah.
Yeah, when during the fall of the Soviet Union, when
the Berlin Wall,
their satellites were blowing up and were getting destroyed and stuff, they put out like apparently this giant inflatable raft in the ocean and said, "Hey, USSR, if you can hit this, we're gonna no, it was Taco Bell. I'm sorry, it was Taco Bell that did this." And they were like, "Hey guys, catch, if you can make something land on this, we'll give everybody in Russia a taco or something like that." And they couldn't hit it.
Well, I thought you were going to go to, I think it was either the blue soda or the red soda.
Yeah.
Or not the red soda, the green soda. That has to do with hills that are high and pokey. They did like a jet giveaway or something like that. And somebody actually got enough points to redeem the jet, and they like never gave it to him, and so he's been fighting like a legal battle. And I saw it in the news again recently, like that. I think he's finally going to get that jet or that plane or whatever.
That's what we should have had as part of the Pepper Pack points.
No, because I'm gonna get on my soapbox.
All right.
No. No, I had about 2,000 points that went to waste because of their last minute. We're ending this, killing it. Good luck. Our server is going to crash because it's not going to be able to handle the traffic. I don't know if you were there when that happened.
I was. I tried to use, I don't remember how many points I had, but it was quite a bit. I had like a stack of receipts on my desk. I kept putting off, like scanning all of them. And the moment I heard that, I was like, "Oh no!"
But even if you did scan it, like It would have been nice if they gave us as the Pepper Pack like a 23-hour heads up,
Yeah.
but it was bad. I was able to get a couple things, but just not the stuff I wanted. I wanted some of those big things, but I've seen them since showing up on eBay, which makes me sad.
Yeah, that's scalpers are the worst.
Yeah.
They
So,
truly.
so going back to our question, just so we can
Yeah.
stay on topic. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here till midnight, and my wife will shoot me. Um, if you can go back in time and change one thing Dr. Pepper related,
Let's
anything?
see. I would definitely do something about. I'm not that the logistics kind of a guy, but like somehow get their marketing. Come to them with marketing ideas that would get them like kind of tap into the meme culture before it was a thing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Coca
Kind
Cola
of
was
like
their thing. Pepsi had
grading
their thing.
papers,
Yeah.
but all your papers are done, so might as well drink Dr. Pepper.
Right, right. Like
Yeah.
get some, find some piece of history and
Mm-hmm.
it like really lean into it and make it something that like has a cultural impact that would propel it into the future, further into the future, making it more of a top recognized product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're thinking things to help Brandon excel Dr. Pepper in that format or that
Exactly,
venue
exactly.
or that avenue. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's not necessarily for us personally. If we could go back in time and change one event worldwide, what would you change? And then the question is, would you do it? See, what I want to do is I want to go back to the garden and chop that stinking snake's head off.
Right?
Say, shut your mouth, Satan.
Seriously.
I'll pull the new Josiah McQueen song, Demons, if you
Mhm.
haven't heard that, where he says, tell those demons to run and hide, because you should look it up. I love Josiah McQueen. He's got some great stuff. But
McQueen lyrics, got it. Okay.
it's Demons is the name of the song. And I teach in a Christian school, and one of the students requested it from another teacher to play. And she's like, I don't think I'm allowed to play that song. I was like, no, this is actually a good song. I really enjoyed it. So,
Okay, I've
but
got it queued up on my other screen. I'll have to.
listen to it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that obviously would be nice, but knowing God had a plan from the beginning that was going to happen, obviously I don't want to jack up His plans. But
Right.
I would. Mm,
Library of Alexandria. Prevent that from being destroyed.
mm, I would. Oh man. See, I don't know if there's things that I'd want to change, but maybe things I just want to witness.
That is more where I'd want to be because we all go through personal growths in life, and
Mhm.
having myself had a couple changes of completely different careers, going
Mhm.
into finance now. A lot of what our culture is about, like personal development, having that drive, that motivation, getting yourself to be successful, and a lot of it comes from having gone through hell itself, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been worked at some really cruddy companies and had some absolutely horrible, toxic bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And having gone through those experiences at that moment was the worst feeling ever.
Mm-hmm.
But as a leader with my company, with my agency, I get to talk to people who have been through that. And I'm like, hey, listen, I was there too. This is my story of how I struggled with all these things for years and whatever. But that grew me to the person I am today,
Mm-hmm.
having all those things to build myself up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
And that's kind of where I was going with like the whole guard thing. I was like, I would love to just fix that, but knowing that God had that plan and He knew how things were going to work out, even though all I can see is what's right in front of me, He's got the whole roadmap. And it's like, nope, it's going to help you get to where I want you, help you develop into what you need to be.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been seeing a meme recently for the last couple weeks off and on. Is time traveler goes back to the time of Christ when he before crucifixion when he was traveling and walks up to him and in perfect crisp the Lord's English turns and says, "You're not supposed to be here." And it's like, oh snap.
Well, I'd be even better if he looked at him and was like, Thanos snapping, he's gone.
Right?
Oh man, I can tell you a lot of my fun Bible theories, but we can do that later. Or
Yeah.
I had some free time with my class, and I was just telling them things like I have stuff that people think I'm crazy, but I actually believe it's scriptural, and I can prove it. That dragons are actually
Yes.
angels.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
I'm picking up.
we'll talk later about it, but
Yeah, we'll talk later on this. I can
yep.
see where you're going.
So who was I chatting with? I think I was chatting with Richard because Richard is helping me host a lot of these. What do you think about doing like a Dr. Pepper Bible study podcast where we do some Bible study things while we drink a Dr. Pepper and just do things? Another
Oh,
branch
that's
of the
awesome.
PepperPack podcast, but yeah, it'd be fun to have.
Oh yeah, I'd
But
love
yeah,
to be a part of that.
oh yeah. So then, my one thing I could change, like, oh, if I could, I'd want to go back to well, no, because that would have stopped the podcast from happening. So go back to 2020 and chased out those stinking monkeys.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. As much as I'd love to, let's say that event should like be permanently altered. For myself, being a remote worker and highly successful as a result of that. Yeah, I kind of like the not having to go to an office.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But oh my gosh, did that suck for a while?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I was teaching all my classes on Zoom, so that was fun.
Oh, you poor man. My wife was in the last couple of years. She was in the last portion of her uh, uh, classroom work for vet school, and just like she had undiagnosed ADHD at the time. I wish I had paid a little bit more attention because I would have been. Well, it was also partly, I'm not seeing her in the classroom falling asleep and seeing all the obvious signs. So me, I'm just like, you're glazing over there. Yeah, I'm just tired. Well, yeah, you're doing remote work. You're staring at the screen all day. No wonder you're tired.
Yeah.
But she had undiagnosed ADHD, so trying to study remotely vet school of material was incredible. She basically homeschooled herself. I realized after the fact because she was sleeping through half her classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I can't think of something that I would say. Let's change that. I'm sure there's something somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it would be prevent the destruction of the Library of Alexandria because who knows just how much like we basically experienced a dark age because of that.
That's because they didn't have electricity.
They could have had it a little bit faster, maybe.
No, like there's like, oh, well, save the Titanic, but no, that's kind of a big event.
Nah.
I don't really care about that. Then we would have missed out on an awesome movie that I still haven't never actually sat down and watched. Yeah, I don't know if there's something I would want to change. And then the question goes into our personal. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, I got it. Prevent George Lucas from selling to Disney. Beg the man, and just be like, listen.
I just need you to be careful because I don't want to get my podcast suspended by a lawsuit that I cannot afford to fight.
Oh, then yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Leave it as is.
Now, I would agree that they have not had the same quality of movies that he has had, but I do at least appreciate that they have put out new material.
Yes.
And so there's at least something to watch and enjoy.
Yes.
It's I'm gonna hurt your feelings here. It's a Little Caesars of pizza.
Yeah.
It's not um, 5-star cuisine, but it is enjoyable and hot and ready.
Yes, no, you're absolutely right. And I am starting to notice, especially with some of the recent announcements that they've made, that they seem to be like getting back to like some of the heart of what made it what it was
Mm-hmm.
that excited so many people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, then the last way we could look at this is in our own lives. If there's an event you could go back and change, and we've kind of touched on this, like if we change something, we may not be who we are today. So the
Yeah.
first thing that jumps out to me is like my car accident. Like,
Mm,
would I go back and change that? And I don't think I would, just
yeah.
because of how much I get to use that story today when I get to share it with my students and different people, and just how God's used and worked in that. And
Yeah.
just for me and my own personal faith, when someone says things aren't possible or things that I'm like, please let me tell you what what I know is not possible happening.
Yeah.
Um, but oh man, I would have loved to stay in Nebraska longer because I love my home up there.
Hmm.
But if I could say, like, I would have loved to live in Nebraska longer, but still be where I am at now with my family, my wife, and my children,
Yeah.
and my job and everything. Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, oh, I know, and you're gonna appreciate this.
Yeah.
If I could change anything, I would find a way to help my animals, my pets,
Hmm.
live longer
Yeah.
and not suffer that those different illnesses and just age. Like
Yeah.
my first dog that I remember, I had a black lab growing up.
Oh,
His name was Zorro, and he was huge. And I only had him till I was probably like 5, because my parents had to get rid of him because he would grab me by the shoes and drag me up and down the stairs because I was just itty bitty, and he needed energy.
he
So,
was playing.
yeah, but like he wasn't being mean. They didn't get rid of it because
No.
it's just we had a family of 4 kids, 2 parents of 6, and my mom had a home daycare, and he was just destroying everything. So and they just need to give him land, so they got rid of him without telling us, and I
Oh,
was not happy. And then later, I got my dog Bo, who I had for basically from the time I was like kindergarten, first grade until my freshman or sophomore year of college, when we had to put him to sleep because his eyes were glossed over. He couldn't get up and down the
mhm.
stairs. He just struggled to walk, and you knew that it wasn't fair to keep him just to
Yeah.
keep him. So that was not fun. Oh yeah. So on this line, this is what I would change. In the moment when we did have to take him to the vet,
Mhm.
um, and they asked me like, "Do you want to come in with us?" I did not want to go in because I did not want to see them put my dog to sleep,
Yeah.
and I was just so torn because I didn't also want to leave my dog alone.
Yeah.
But I've since read a article about like, yes, it's scary for your dog. Yes, they're terrified. Yes, you're sad and you hate this feeling, but you could at least give your dog peace in that moment, knowing that they're the last thing you see or they see or whatever.
Mhm.
And that just made me feel like a complete jerk that I did not go in and I just left my dog during that time.
Yeah, and I can empathize with that. Again, wife that's a
Mm-hmm.
veterinarian,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife does large animal medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So something I'm very fortunate to experience as her husband is
Mm-hmm.
large animal get a little bit more flexibility with what you can do, and that includes bringing your husband to half your calls, and your husband just showing up to the clinic and go, "Oh, you need an extra hand? Sure."
Mm-hmm.
Very small animal clinics, I imagine, are that lenient,
Yeah.
but large animal, it's like they joke that they're the mechanics of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some people that we've responded to their farm calls, and it's their horse that they've had since they were a kid. The horse is like 25 years old, which I
Mm-hmm.
forgot that horses live that long,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes longer. And the horse is struggling, and they can't bear witness to it. And sometimes that animal knows it's time,
Mm-hmm.
and they take one look at the vet, which normally terrifies them. Like, oh, thank God the vet's here. A horse, that is.
Yeah.
They, like, they know.
Yeah.
And those vets and their techs are phenomenal human beings. They deal with a lot. And honestly, the worst part of the whole job is not the euthanizing; it's the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people. When somebody goes through that and they can't be in the room, they just can't handle that emotion. Know that they're giving that animal they're giving
The dignity and the love. Yeah.
they're shoot when my wife was putting down that happened last week. We were going to a call after I was not doing any more appointments that day, so I went with her and we were euthanizing this alpaca that I think was 16 years old. It was ready to go. It hardly moved, but I just started petting it, just started hugging it, and just making it know, hey, listen, it's all good. You're safe. And my wife gave the injection, and seconds later, I'm like, I'm not the vet, but I think it's already worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be one thing I think I would want to change personally. But I don't know, any other things jumping out at you?
Let's see. For my own personal life, man, because the easy thing would say, invest in Bitcoin, but again,
or Apple.
Oh God, yeah, right.
Microsoft.
Yeah, and
Tesla.
I could see all those things being financially very beneficial for me, but I don't think I would have the level of maturity and growth that I've had having to work my tail off to get to the success I'm experiencing. So I do think there's one thing though, and I again the conflict becomes: do you change something that you don't even know the ramifications of what that could be as another person's life as a blessing? My mom's been fighting ovarian cancer for 3-4 years. Gosh, I think 4 years, and we discovered it at stage 3. Now, thank God, it's been basically undetected, but because of that form of cancer is highly aggressive, they have not stopped their treatment protocol. I would love to say the easy answer is catch that so early on that it completely gets erased, but I know my mom, as a result of this, our family's gotten closer, so I'm like, can I at least give it a light warning so we can maybe catch it at stage 1, 2? Because then we'd still have the family camaraderie where it drew us all together and made us a closer family. And I talk to my mom all the time, but still not have the stress of what she's fighting right now. Yeah. Fortunately, God bless the fact that most of the time when I'm hanging out with her, I forget she's even dealing with it because she's like a champion fighting it. I'm just like, I have to rely on, or I have to put my faith in that God has, that everything's on His time. And unfortunately, I'm a very impatient guy.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah, so I'd say that's another one of the things that I'd be like, I'd like to make some changes to the history books, please.
Yeah. No, and again, it's like, can we just get rid of all diseases? But then you think about the same aspect of God using that to draw certain people to Him.
Yep.
And then when certain people are healed and other people aren't, the question is like, why? Well, when certain people see that healing and they get to use it as a testimony and draw others, and it's hard. When I tell my testimony with my class about how God healed me in my car accident, I was in a coma for 17 days. Traumatic brain injury. I got hit by a pickup truck when I was 17.
Oh my God.
When I woke up from my car accident, I was literally 10-second Tylenol at 50 first dates. My memory, all my short term, I had all my long term, but all my short term reset. I was basically Dory.
Oh my gosh.
And I was junior high school, told I probably won't go back to school. If I do, I'm not going to do well. If I do somehow manage to graduate, it probably won't be with my class. Probably not going to college. If I do go to college, I'm not going to do well. And I got sick of people telling me all the things I couldn't do and can't do because I'm like, you don't know my God. You don't know what He can do. I had lots of people praying for me. And thankfully, I've been able, through the healing that He's given me, just been able to do stuff. And people are like, "You're a miracle." I'm like, I am nothing. I am just me. I didn't do any of this stuff. This is God did it. Like, and when people come to you, like I've had people come up to you years later, like, "Oh man, I remember that story. I remember we were praying for you," and you're like, "What do you say? Thank you." Just doesn't feel like it's enough.
Yeah.
And so then the question I get asked sometimes that I can't answer is like, "Well, how come God healed you but not this family member of mine?" And I'm like,
Right.
I don't have answers for that. All I know is that um, he did, and this is how it's working. But at the same time, there's been days like, man, if I would have died, I
Yeah.
would have. I know I would have gone to heaven. I
Yeah.
have that relationship. I have that. I've had that decision repentance experience,
Hmm.
and I'm like, some of these days when I wake up and I look at the news, I'm like, oh, all right, Lord, I'm ready. I could go.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just until again, like you said, his timing and
Yep.
it's the whole his ways are higher than our ways, and we just.
And sometimes to make things a little bit on a lighter note, that man has a sense of humor.
Hmm.
God,
I mean, yeah. Well, my dad always says that I'm sure funny, but looks aren't everything. So God made me funny looking.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man, yeah. There's so many things um, that I can think of in life where I'm just like, okay, why am I dealing with this? And then, fortunate, it's many times we're not shown why something was prevented,
Hmm.
or why something didn't have the outcome we wanted, and we don't see the ramifications of that. But I've been fortunate that
Hmm.
many of the like big things, I eventually did see. Oh, that's why I didn't get to go on that trip, because
Hmm.
then I wouldn't have been able to do these things
Hmm.
that were higher priority, or I wouldn't have been prepared for when life threw a curveball at me
Hmm.
and suddenly had to deal with this thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the only other thing that I said I would like to change is that the original marketing team that came up with the Pepper Pack
Mm-hmm.
was the one that could to continue running the Pepper Pack
Uh-huh.
because the Richards group I think did the best out of all the stuff because it was their baby. They're the ones that started it.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, everything we've talked about basically came back to we would like to change it, but things would not be the growth, learning that we've experienced, the challenges that we've overcome would not have been. So obviously, God did know better than we did at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're not going to play God, and we're just going to be thankful that we're still here. Even though sometimes we wake up and it's like, why?
What's really nice is the last couple. I'd say the last. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're in March 4th. Oh, for the last like 6 weeks, I have not looked at hardly any news related stuff. I used to be like
You should probably
nonstop.
keep it that way.
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend it. Holy cow! When not to like get on current events, but when a certain set of files were released, I had no idea, and then one of my coworkers just goes, "Hey, did you hear about this? They just discovered this, and they're doing a bunch of people are mad." And I'm like, "What's this? How does this affect me?" Cool. I got appointments to make to
Yeah,
keep up with.
fulfill and
So
keep. Yeah.
that's cool. Let me know how that goes.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
just being able to be so blasé, I was like, oh my gosh, that felt so good to not have any idea, to be totally oblivious.
Yeah. Now there's been just so much junk in the news that all it is fear mongering and hate stirring and
Yep, I definitely recommend.
the only point of it now is just how much can we stir people up to get them to interact and
Yep,
even
I
though it's
definitely
not
recommend find yourself a good self motivational book. Focus on developing yourself, and eventually you're going to forget about everything
I
else.
think we need to write one.
Yeah,
23 steps to being happy.
23 steps. I like this. I
Step
like this.
1, open Dr. Pepper. Step 2, drink Dr. Pepper. Step 3, save can to make cool art later. Step 4, open another Dr. Pepper.
Step
Step
5.
5, drink another Dr.
Step 6,
Pepper.
question mark, profit.
I just keep doing that until we get to 23 and then it says see step 1.
Oh yeah, and get
Start over the next day.
Yeah.
Make that infinite loop.
Yeah, the infinite loop. Then sell it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Michael, this has been a blast chatting with you. I'm glad you're able to join me tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad that I was available.
I'm going to just remind our friends that if you haven't, please check out our links. The link tree is scrolling across the bottom. That has links to all our social media. Please like, share, comment, follow, subscribe, hit the bell. Give us a high five. I don't know if you can do that anywhere, but let's figure it out. And then while you're there, we also have the link for our Redbubble store. Check out our merchandise. We'd love for you to buy and share and stuff. That's the only way. We don't make money on this at all. We get a little bit of that sale portions, and I'm not doing this to make money. But if I can make a few bucks here or there, you can support the podcast in that way and get cool merchandise. And if you really want to have fun, April 1st is coming up. I think you guys should buy a bunch of our stickers or magnets and just find people you don't like and go put our sticker on their mailbox or put our magnet on their car. I don't want you to get sued or arrested for putting a sticker on their car. But put our magnet on their car or something, or share our stuff with them everywhere. That would be fun. We appreciate that. So this one's almost gone, but I'm going to make sure I finish it off right. As always, I'd like to remind you, stay safe, stay caffeinated, be blessed, be a pepper, and until we drink again, I got to find my right video. Oh no, it's gone. There it is. Till we drink again, we'll see y'all next time.
Later.